Welcome back to Clockwise Crypto. Got a lot to talk about today. Stay tuned. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Let's dive right into it. No strings attached. Let's keep it real. Metamask is no longer a permissionless wallet. So, what's going on with Metamask and what's happening? So, apparently, Metamask, the Ethereum wallet of the blockchain technology firm Consensus, has apologized to its users in Venezuela where they accidentally blocked them from accessing their digital wallet on Thursday. MetaMask said on Twitter, MetaMask is a client-side wallet that strives to maintain and make the blockchain maximally accessible to everyone. Infura had a misconfiguration this morning, but it has now been corrected. Infura responded saying, in response to the concerns we have been hearing, we want to tell everyone and let them know that we corrected the problem that so many of you have pointed out in changing some configurations as a result of new sanctions derivatives from the United States and other jurisdictions, and went on from there. So if you don't know kind of about Infura, which I didn't know, Infura is tag team with MetaMask, and MetaMask relies on Infura as the default endpoint, and they're saying that this settings can be modified. This is big. Preventing people from accessing their wallet, their coins, is kind of defeats the purpose. The fact that this is even able to happen is a problem. Ethereum took say, and Ethereum saying they blame the node, and they won't die. When you dive into Infura, you realize that Infura is the most critical point in the infrastructure for Ethereum. And then not only that, you find out that you dive in deeper, look at a Consensus lawsuit. It reveals that JP Morgan owns critical Ethereum infrastructure, Infura. So this is bad all the way around. When you look at cryptocurrency and kind of why we got into cryptocurrency and to really give the power back to the people, this is big. So looking at this lawsuit real quick to kind of understand the back history of this, JP Morgan acquired an influential stake in the two flagship products of Consensus. That's what it is, Consensus, not Infura, but they're almost one and the same parent companies. Looking at it, Ethereum infrastructure deal and the lawsuit here, we're seeing that people are coming out saying this isn't what necessarily Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, envisioned when we look at decentralization. The fact that anyone is even able to pull the plug on an entire country of who can access their wallets through a platform, and then not only that, but realizing that MetaMask uses Infura as a blockchain suite, and then Ethereum, that's their major part of their infrastructure, and then JP Morgan owns it. This turns out to be a bigger problem than I really thought to begin with. I had no idea about Infura. I don't know if you did, but this turns out to be a huge problem, and it's kind of one of the reasons why I was hesitant to with Ethereum in the first place, because Ethereum, I passed on Ethereum up until 2020, where I saw Ethereum come out with that Ethereum 2.0 upgrade white paper. I read that and I said, this is what I'm talking about. This is what the future looks like. True decentralization, not the Vitalik Buterin show. And so I put profits back put profits back into the market, put profits into Ethereum back in 2020 when it was at $120 after reading E2.0. But I didn't initially back in 2017 because how the $50 million DAO hack was handled. And I said, no, I'm not messing with Ethereum. I'm not touching Ethereum. I didn't for the longest time. And then now, I get in, of course, Ethereum skyrockets, goes up, do well. But then here we are again. I get it. Everything is centralized to an extent. If you take a look at projects, and when you can put a face to a project, that give or take, for the most part, that kind of says, okay, it's centralized at least a little bit, right? And Bitcoin's the only true decentralized asset out right now. And what's concerning about Ethereum is you have the Ethereum blockchain, and yes, the Ethereum blockchain in and of itself may be decentralized, but when you have these partnerships, which are these providers like Infura and these centralized systems, why would you allow this as a community, as a the develop? Why would you even allow this? That's what's concerning. If you can pull the plug on people accessing their wallet and just say, oh, it was a glitch, oh, it was a mistake, it's bad. It's all bad. And it kind of makes me rethink, should I continue to hold my Ethereum? What if, this is kind of why people push paper wallets. Because when in a paper wallet, you don't got to worry about them allowing you in and out. You have it. It's a paper wallet. And it's bad. It's real bad. And, I reached, like you guys know, I'm heavy into Cardano. And I reached out to Charles probably about an hour before, this video. And I asked him, I say, word for word, I say, hey, Charles, hope all is well. Courtesy, right? But I said, since Daedalus doesn't use Alchemy or Infura, which I confirmed that we didn't, for wallet since Daedalus didn't use Alchemy and Infura for wallet transactions, what is used? Charles responds, it's a full node. Daedalus is a server, database, and a full copy of the Cardano blockchain. It uses itself. That is big. So everyone's talking about Ethereum and all the other blockchains and everything like that. When you have centralized systems in place like this, the decentralized factor and the scalability factor is going to be limited, because you partner with people like JP Morgan getting involved, who centralize, right? They control. So what happened with Metamask is the same thing that would happen at JP Morgan Chase. They, something happens and they want to pull the plug on you. JP Morgan Chase will do the same thing with their bank account. Lock it, block it, and that's it. So I'm really rethinking about my Ethereum position. I'm being completely honest. And you're talking to somebody that's done well. With Ethereum in and of itself, done well. And it's really making me rethink. Do I want to have my position on the network? Do I want to have these tokens? Because this is not what crypto is all about. And this is bad. This is real bad. And this is why Cardano is by far the most undervalued cryptocurrency on the market today. It is by far ahead of any and all blockchain projects out there. No hype, not a lot of hype, but they just do the work, put their heads down, and are really creating the financial stack of the world. And, you guys, everyone messages me and talks about, oh, what about this? What about that? Yes, there are some other projects that I'm involved in. That's cool. But consistently, since 2017, top 3 projects have always been Cardano, and Bitcoin has always been 1 and 2. Cardano and Bitcoin. I had a friend message me last night. He's asked, chatting it up. He said, what's going on? What are your holdings? I said, Cardano. He's like, what are you looking at? Cardano. He says, I sold a lot of my Cardano, quite honestly. They've been quiet. I said, you do not want to follow the hype. Hype alone is the worst thing to do. Look at the tech. Look at the utility. Look at what Cardano is doing as entire infrastructure. Something that's going to be around in 5 years. So let's dive in some news with Cardano. Looking at the Cardano whales. Cardano whales are coming back and accumulating. So Cardano wallets with 100,000 ADA or more are continuing to buy more. Why is that? You see a dump in price. Yes, we've seen a dump in price. But what you don't realize is the dump in price comes from people that have just got into the market. And yeah, they may have gotten at $1.50. They may have gotten at $2 within the past 12 months. But the ones that have been around long term continue to spike has spiked by almost 1,000. Hodlers in the last week, amount of addresses holding 1,000 plus ADA has spiked almost by 1K. Might be too early to tell potentially, but we see whales accumulating big again. We are continuing to buy more Cardano. Why? Because Cardano is laying the financial stack for the world, and no one's talking about it. Everyone's caught up in this blockchain, they're doing that. Meanwhile, Cardano has maintained to be tried and true and sticking to what works, creating a process, and maintaining to be as transparent as possible, voting, staking, doing the things that everyone else is trying to do that didn't start doing in 2018 where they thought Cardano was crazy. Ethereum, they thought, Ethereum, you should have heard them. Vitalik brooding, we're not doing what Cardano is. We think, our proof of work is fine. We're cool with that. And then you reach to a scaling problem. No, we need to convert. And then they're going to proof of stake as well, where Cardano's already been there. Cardano is where it's at. Please take a good look at what's going on. Take a good look at, take a good look at everything. Take a good look at the white papers. Take a good look at the partnerships, the back end things. Take a good look at, how certain companies, what they would do, almost sell their soul to be the largest versus having good tech and giving the power and continuing to give the power back to the people, which is why we got into crypto in the first place, right? Not only to make money, but also get our freedom back to, if you want to send $1,000 to Russia, you can send it and no one can tell you can't send it. If you want to send $1,000 to your family anywhere in the world, let's say it's 100,000. You want to send $100,000 anywhere in the world right now, you can do it yourself with your crypto, because you have your keys. It's your wallet. These systems right here, that's what's going on, whether accidental or not, is a real problem, and it's something that you guys have to look at. So Cardano, like I said, the title's video is about Cardano. I went off on a little tangent, but still, Cardano by far is elite. And I implore everyone to take a look. This is not financial advice, but I implore everyone to take a deep look at what Cardano's doing without the hype, without making any noise, like my friend says, making any noise, and take a look at it and see how it's separating itself quarter after quarter. Every roadmap benchmark that's being hit quarter after quarter, they're continuing to separate themselves. And I'm glad Charles wrote me back pretty quick, and he wrote back in 7 minutes. That was nice. They're separating themselves every quarter, and the competition is going down, because when the hype dies down, you have to rely on the tech. You have to rely on the code. You have to rely on the process in which you took to build something to be able to withstand attacks, to be able to withstand a large community, to be able to withstand an economy building on top of your network. So please have a good look at Cardano. We are accumulating Cardano. I've got some more today. Please take a look. It's not financial advice. Do your own research, but please take a look at Cardano. And it is elite, and it is happening. You see here, looking at this, the price in comparison to the 80 address count with at least $100,000 Cardano in it. We're holding. We're holding because we see what's going on in Cardano. We're holding because we see the potential. We're holding because we see the value in the project. And I implore you to take a look. I'll see you in the next video.